Help me simplify from an investor standpoint. I want to deploy capital. You're an investor managing money. There might be people out there who are, looking to invest in this sector. So, what are the things that you like about this sector or gets you interested as an investor or as a researcher?
So, as a philosophy, we like businesses which are highly scalable. So, just to give you an example, when we look for businesses, we bucket them into two segments. The first one, which we consider, is a small fish in a large pond. So, the opportunity to grow is humongous. And the second businesses, which we typically don't like, are the large fish in a small pond. These businesses are already big. Let's say a business which has 80 to 90% market share, there's not a lot of room left to grow. And if on top of that, if the industry is only growing at 2 to 3%, it becomes very difficult to create shareholder value. So coming to QSRs, the opportunity to scale is very large. So Yum Brands has more than 50,000 stores globally. They have 10,000 stores in China alone. The second largest, which is McDonald's, has around 38,000 stores globally. And certain facts which about McDonald's which really surprised me is that they serve food to more people than the entire population of UK every day. And they open a store on an average of 15 hours every time. So, and interestingly, they are the top distributor of toys. Thanks to their Happy Meal concept, which kids seems to be loving. And apart from that, these QSRs typically offer convenience at a low cost, which makes them a very good opportunity to grow and take market share from the unorganized industry. So the next 3 points, which I think has more to do with India. The first one is, when your per capita income rises, let's say when India's per capita income would double in the next 4 to 5 years, when it moves from $2,000 to $4,000, our basic consumption in goods like, let's say, detergent or toothpaste is not going to double overnight. But certain categories like QSR will see a huge boom because our aspirations are high, our median population age is very low. And secondly, because of urbanization and the nuclear family concept, this sector is also seeing a lot of tailwinds. And QSRs in India is still a very urban formula or phenomenon, and it's not so popular in tier 2 or 3 cities. And lastly, what I think would be a huge driving force, and this I've seen happening in China and in US in the early 90s, is that as and when women enter the workforce, this segment sees a huge boom because it's very difficult for women to come home after work and cook. So this becomes a phenomenon and it becomes a habit going ahead, and people prefer to either dine out or order more frequently. And lastly, all these food aggregators are adding to this market. Swiggy and Zomato, majority of their sales are also through QSRs only.
Brilliant. So if I can sum this up quickly, one is it's a very highly scalable business area to operate in. So as an investor, that's good. The second is the average disposable income is expected to increase significantly because India's GDP per capita is going from currently about $1,850 to expected to touch about 2,600 in the next 3 to 4 years.
Correct.
And then the third part, it's interesting that you say as more women enter the workforce. Yes, I think just day before yesterday at the G2 summit, Mr. Harish Mehta, he made a comment saying that women will be the majority of the workforce in the tech sector, which is growing rapidly. And so within the NASSCOM, within the IT sector, we are going to see a lot more women than men. And so that's such a fantastic fact because it also adds into the disposable income,
Correct.
right, for a family.
Correct.
And so who doesn't like French fries? Who doesn't like pizzas? And as the young population starts getting the money to spend it, they're going to spend it on this.